Hi, my name is Jeff. I'm a product specialist here at MedMart. This is a product spotlight of the ArjoHuntleigh Sara Flex sit-to-stand lift. Sit-to-stands are basically used for someone who has the ability to sit up on the side of a bed, on a commode, in a wheelchair, their favorite lift chair, but when they go to get up, basically lack some of the core leg strength it takes to get from a sitting horizontal position to a standing position. So by using a sling under the arms, 2 connection points, this basically helps me, the caregiver, get my loved one up past that sitting point and standing up the rest of the way without having to strain both their legs, and also taking some of the strain away from the caregiver. Something that's important with this though, is we always talk about when I talk to my customers about, is a sit to stand lift right for you? Is can the patient or loved one support 20 to 25%, 30% of their body weight, right in that range? So with assistance, if I can get someone standing and get them at least to a locked position like this, which means they have enough core and abdominal strength, get them to pivot just a little bit, they probably are a good candidate for something like this. We just don't want to have a scenario where something's being lifted and they can't flex, or they can't contract and hold their pelvis, and now their body's just kind of dropping through the sling. As you can imagine, that would pull up against the arms and be very uncomfortable. So again, this is the Sara Flex from ArjoHuntleigh. Basically it's called the Flex because there's a nice silicone pad right here that your legs and shins and knees go up against. So it makes it really easy on the legs. It basically allows this support to flex against your leg with very little strain at any one point. It kind of distributes the pressure over the entire leg. There's also a silicone heel strap if need be for a little extra support when someone's standing here. The weight capacity on this lift is 440 pounds, so it's a very solid, very industrial unit. The hand control is very unique. It has my full LCD screen built right here into the control. Most importantly, my battery strength shows up in here, and this allows me to have full control both up and down. If for some reason this hand control stops working, gets dropped, this cable gets pinched, or I just happen to be over here helping my patient and somebody else is up here at the top, the controls for ArjoHuntleigh are also right here at the top of the unit. So basically I can control my base the same way, or my up and down from right here on the unit itself. This is a unique feature to ArjoHuntleigh and only a couple other lifts out there. And this is a very unique base as well because this is a power base. Some lifts come as a manual base, which you can use a foot control. What's nice about this is basically with 2 buttons. One narrows the base and one widens the base, which allows me then, without having to get off balance, pushing on a control, just by pushing one button, allows me to widen out my base. Oversized handle makes it extremely easy to move around. Just keep in mind if you are on carpet, and it depends on your body strength and how heavy the person is you're trying to lift, it may make it a little more difficult. So you have to kind of keep that in mind when you're using a patient lift. It has a very easy to load and unload battery. And ArjoHuntleigh lifts come with 2 batteries and an off-board charger. So you always have a battery ready to go. So if you start losing battery strength on this, take one off, pull off your charger, snap it back in, and you're ready to go. The sling that comes with the ArjoHuntleigh sit-to-stand lifts, including the Sara Flex, is a very comfortable, well-made sling. Basically, this has almost like a anti-slip neoprene kind of back to it, which keeps it a little more secure and minimizes the ability for it to ride up the back a little bit. Oversized arm padding for going under the armpits. So basically, before you even move your lift close to your patient, basically just put the sling around the patient. One other thing that's really unique also about ArjoHuntleigh is they use these plastic clip systems. So it makes it really easy to kind of cinch this up. There's a little silver pin here, as you can see. And basically by just taking it, snapping it over, pulling it snug, it makes it really easy to connect. So you don't have to worry about the loops. This is just a unique feature to Arjo, and I've been very impressed with all the times I've seen this being used. On this particular one, you have 2 options. There is no adjustment on this because they don't want something that's going to slip out. So I can either, it depends on how close I can get to my patient to the lift, I can either go with the first one or the second one. Either way will work fine. So this would be about the position that I'm sitting in and someone brings the lift up to me. If you notice with this, I don't have to worry about my knee adjustment here. This is very comfortable against the knees and all the way down the shin. Again, it distributes pressure evenly all the way through. As you can see now, I have a full support, a little bit of padding under the arm. One thing I would caution someone of is if you do have a history of low back pain or surgery, I would talk to your physician first before using something like this because it does put some distributed weight support on the low back. But again, if you have a history of low back issues, disc issues, surgery, anything like that, I'd recommend talking to your doctor first. So at this point, I'm putting a little bit of pressure against the knee pad. At this point, we really encourage patients to kind of hold on a little bit and get a little control. So if it makes it a little bit easier to kind of keep yourself kind of flexed in the abdomen. So it's a very comfortable position at this point. You can see I can lean back a little bit. I can hold on to here. Reversing the process. And back down in the lift. This is the ArjoHuntleigh Sara Flex. If you have any questions about this lift, please call one of our customer service reps. They'd be happy to answer your questions for you.